What's up, everybody? Hey, Tom Laird here, host of the Advice from a Call Center Geek podcast and founder of Expivia. For exceptional contact center outsourcing, trust Expivia. We're fully AI-driven, as all of you know, and can handle voice, email, chat, and all of your digital channels. Our 600-seat USA contact center is expert in healthcare, financial services, insurance, tech support, retail, and more. Experts on the NICE CX1 platform, we ensure seamless customer experiences. DM me or visit expiviausa.com for more. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Advice from a Call Center Geek, the call center and contact center podcast, where we try to give you some actionable items, take back into your contact center, improve the overall quality, improve the agent experience, hopefully improve the customer experience as well. My name is Tom Laird. I am the CEO here at Expivia Interaction Marketing. Expivia is a 550-seat call center outsourcer located here in northwestern Pennsylvania. How's everybody doing on this day after Valentine's Day as I record? I hope you had a great day, night with your significant other. I had a basketball game yesterday, which my wife loved. Those of you, I think, probably by now know that's one of the things that keeps me out of trouble. I coach high school girls basketball. Have a really good team. We're right now the number one 4A team in the state. We'll see if that holds up here as playoffs start. But yeah, so that's what I was doing last night. But she's a big chocolate covered strawberry fan, so I got some of those yesterday. You know, I'm really excited about episodes when I record them multiple times. So this is the fourth time that I've recorded this episode because I don't think I was getting across what I want to get across. I didn't do it well enough. So this is the fourth time that I'm going to do the entire episode. So hopefully this will be the final one that I think is good enough for you guys and will add enough value to what I'm trying to get across. Okay, customer experience is evolving. I don't think we can deny that. I think if you looked at where we were from a call center standpoint, say in the 60s or 70s, when computers came around, people fought that to a certain extent. How can this really, evolve this? This seems like so much work. And then we started to integrate with them. And then we didn't even use our POTS lines, our T1s. We went right to the cloud. And we evolved customer experience from that standpoint. If you would have talked in the 60s about where customer experience is and the tools that we have today, from speech analytics to workforce management to all the different integrations that you guys are using, it would have been mind-blowing. It would have been like, that's impossible. Well, I feel we are in the 1960s when we talk about things that are coming down the pipe, like the Metaverse, like NFTs, like blockchain. Now, I've done multiple episodes now, probably 2 or 3, on kind of talking overall on the overarching tools that are coming, but I want to get specific today. And I want to talk specifically about the Metaverse. We've been hearing so much about this Metaverse. What the heck is it? And to be honest, I think it's kind of like AI right now, right? Everybody's got an opinion on it. I don't think everybody's right. So everybody's got like a little piece of correctness with it. But overall, we don't really know what it is yet. We kind of have an idea. And if anybody says they know exactly what it is, they're crazy. But let me give you at least what my opinion on what this is. So the Metaverse is not one specific thing. And I think that's a huge takeaway from here. Everybody's thinking, wow, there's this one like website, right? Or this one thing called the Metaverse. The Metaverse is evolving with so many different platforms in front of us. So basically, it's just a way to interact online, a different way to interact online. So if you look at Facebook, we know that they've changed their entire name. They've changed their entire business model. They're called Meta right now, right? I mean, when you have one of the, if not the largest organization in the world, at least top 5 for sure, totally changing their business model. Now, there could be some other things with that as well that we don't need to get into. Every time I bring up Facebook online and I get attacked. But there's also other things, right? So Facebook, we know they're building a metaverse. They're not building the metaverse. There's another metaverse called Decentraland, where these are places where you can actually go buy the digital pieces of land, right, in their world. There's one called the Sandbox, same kind of thing, where these players or purchasers, they can build, they can play, they can own, and they can monetize virtual experiences. And I think that's the biggest piece of this, right? With the metaverse, you can start to monetize, from a business standpoint, monetize virtual experiences. And anytime that we're going to have any type of monetization, there's going to have to be some type of customer support, customer experience model as well, to make sure that all those things go right. So that's what I want to talk about today, is businesses and then the customer experience model that's going to be built around these. In my opinion, again, this is just my opinion, but I've done a ton of research on this. As you guys know, we're trying to build out the first, or one of the first, or I guess it's still the first virtual reality contact center, right? And putting a lot of thought into how that should look and how that should work. But that's one aspect. But I think really when this thing goes for real and we have some real usage by the vast majority of people, a couple things need to happen. First, number one is the experience needs to be easier, right? Currently, you can go just on your computer and you can go to the Decentraland or the Sandbox website, and you can walk around in their metaverse, right? It's kind of like Minecraft, or it's like Roblox, which, by the way, are kind of metaverses of themselves. But you can do that, right? But where I see this really happening in this just awesome experience is when virtual reality comes into play, right? And right now, if you ever have that Oculus 2 from Facebook, it's painful to wear, right? I can only have it on for a certain period of time before I'm like, dude, my eyes are killing me, my head is killing me, I got a headache, right? So it's not comfortable, it's not great. There needs to be an evolution in that technology, and people are working on that 24/7. I am thoroughly in total agreement that is going to happen really, really fast. And that might even happen this year, where we have something that's extremely comfortable that we can do a really cool VR experience in the metaverse. So let's just say that we have that. Let's say that we're comfortable with that. What I see happening is kind of the merging of customer experience in the physical store, right? So let's talk about like Nordstrom, right? Currently, you can go to a Nordstrom store, you can pick up their article of clothing, you can smell the perfume, you can have that kind of in-store experience. Or you could go to the website, right? Nordstrom.com. And the experience isn't as kind of inclusive and it's not all encompassing, but you can kind of look and see what products that they have. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take that in-store experience in the metaverse and we're going to make it online, right? So you're going to be able to walk into a Nordstrom. You're going to be able to pick up clothing. You're eventually going to be able to feel how it feels. You're going to be able to try it on an avatar that has your same type of build, right? You're going to be able to look at the front, the back, underneath things. You're going to be able to have a really close, really cool in-store experience, but still be sitting in your living room or sitting in your office, right? And the same thing goes when it comes to customer experience, or if there's a broken product, right? Let's say you're in the metaverse and you're at a Dick's Sporting Goods, right, that they have built in one of these metaverses, and you have a golf club that the head fell off and it shouldn't have. And you can literally go in there and maybe they have a tool that can fix it. And in virtual reality, they can actually show you how this tool works, right? So that you know how to fix it. Maybe you have a plumbing issue, right? There's a leak under your sink. You go to a Kohler. I think that's a plumbing place. If not, I apologize to all the Kohlers. But you go to a plumbing store, and in virtual reality, they're showing you how to fix the sink, right? Or that leaky pipe that you have. All of us go to YouTube right now to kind of learn that stuff. This is YouTube on steroids because it's an actual experience that we're having instead of watching someone do something. They're actually showing you how to do the actual thing, which I think is pretty amazing. You're going to be able to just teleport between these stores instantly, right? So currently we can just go website, we can go to Amazon, and we can go to Dick's Sporting Goods, we can go to Nordstrom, and we can go to all these different stores, have online. Well, you're going to be able to do that in the metaverse too, basically just teleporting to these different stores. So let's say you want to do Christmas shopping from your own living room. Literally, you put on your glasses and you can go from store to store to store, have these experiences, talk to somebody. That's going to be way better than talking to somebody on a website with a chat. That's going to be way better than picking up the phone, talking to someone while you're looking at having a question about a product, about a toy that you want to buy your son or your daughter, right? And you can do all that instantly. Here's the other thing that's going to make these experiences, I think, really unique and really cool, is that we're going to tie in NFTs to these, right? So now currently, again, all the naysayers out there just see the NFT as some type of little digital picture that I could just take with my phone, right? And don't realize the smart contract and the utility that's built behind it. I'm not going to get into all the uses that we could see, but just here's a couple of them off the top of my head is buying an NFT for specific experiences from that store. And maybe those are, maybe they're sponsored by 3 different musical artists. So with this NFT that you bought from Nordstrom, you get tickets to those three artists every single year for the next 5 years. There's different levels of customer, right? So maybe you spend $150 on an NFT, and that gives you 15% off of every purchase that you make for the next 2 to 3 years. What makes that any different than a rewards program? Well, the cool thing is, let's say you get mad at Nordstrom or you have a bad experience, you can then go sell that NFT. Someone then can go buy it, continue to get those 15% off experiences. You get your money back, or you make money on that, and you can kind of go your own way. I think that they're also going to come out with, companies are going to come out with their services or products on NFTs, especially when you talk about SaaS companies, right? There's going to be actual code on these that you're going to be able to use on your computer. You're seeing with NFTs right now with different types of what you're buying with the NFT isn't just the picture, but it's a piece of technology that you're getting on the back end. Some of these allow you to, go and search for different rarities for NFTs that maybe other people can't find. But you're going to be able to start to see more mainstream uses of SaaS and of technology that are coming from NFTs. But you can see how a store can utilize that for community, can utilize that for a rewards type program as well. Speaking of rewards, this is something that nobody's really talking about from a customer experience standpoint. But I believe that every single store, every single company is going to start to come out with their own type of cryptocurrency or crypto token. Let me give you an example of something that's I just find totally awesome. For those of you who don't know about NFTs, let me just give you a really quick background. There's a website called OpenSea, OpenSea.io. And it's kind of the Amazon. Actually, it's probably more closely related to like the eBay of NFTs, right? So this is where it's the secondary market. So you can buy NFTs there. You can sell your NFTs there. It's kind of right now, it's the Amazon of that, right? It's that eBay. Well, there's rivals that are starting to come up. And one of them is called LooksRare. And LooksRare is the same thing. They're buying and selling. It's a marketplace for NFTs. So what they have done to try to drum up business for them is they've come up with their own cryptocurrency token. The token is called the Looks token. And when you go on their site, you connect your crypto wallet, and they can kind of just see all of the purchases that you've made on their rival, OpenSea. And based on the amount of money that you've spent or the transactions that you've done, it correlates to a certain amount of tokens that they're giving you, right, to start to use their product, their website. So I did this. I got 1,500 Looks tokens. At the time, Looks tokens were worth about $5 a piece, right? So you do the math there. That's not too bad. Right now, it's dropped to about, $2.50 right now, but that's kind of been up and down. It's been as high as $8 as well. The other thing is you can stake these tokens, which basically means you kind of put them in a vault, right? and you don't have access to them. You can't use them or cash them out. But the APR is for some of these is like 400%, 500%. So I've staked my Looks tokens there's 1,500 of them. I currently now have 1,900 of them, and I'm just going to keep that rolling, right? And if it ever goes back up to $8, I'm in a really good place. Having said that, you can see how different organizations can do this as well, right? So maybe there's Nordstrom, and they come up with their Nords token, and for all the purchases that you've made for the last 5 years there, or maybe they look at all the purchases. If you can prove it for a rival, you get a certain amount of tokens. These tokens then have value, right? They could be used for purchases in their store. They could be cashed out for cash. They can go up, they can go down in value. You can sell them, right? You can buy more of them, like you're buying a Ethereum or Bitcoin, right? So the really strong rollouts of this, you can see how it can really get a customer to be loyal to a brand, especially if they're doing a really good job with their token, which is kind of like their rewards program, right? And it's a rewards program totally and utterly on steroids. So again, I think that's a really unique way that we're going to start to see things. So again, I'm not saying you got to go out and buy Ethereum or buy Bitcoin or set up an NFT wallet. I want you to start to think about it, though. I need you. I'm begging you, please go on YouTube. Don't put your head in the sand on this, right? We're coming to a whole different world of how we're about to operate, how we're about to do customer service, how we're about to interact with customers, how the customer experience is going to be unique, how we're going to get into different types of customer rewards type programs, right? The technology is now there, but currently it's all separated, right? There's this metaverse, and then there's NFTs, and then there's blockchain, and there's virtual reality, and then there's augmented reality, and they're all everybody's doing their own thing in these spaces. Well, somebody's going to figure it out really, really soon, and they're going to put it all together, right? And they're going to be the first one that you're going to really want to go and shop there, to have that amazing experience, to have a rewards program that is actually paying you money to use their product. Amazing stuff, right? Really exciting stuff. And that's why the metaverse really excites me, in the future of where we're going with this excites me as well. So again, I hope that doesn't scare you. I hope that just, it starts to plant a seed that I got to pull some of you guys kicking and screaming down this road, because I don't want anybody to miss out. And I want you guys to really think some of these things through, because the first ones to really operate in this new space are going to have such a huge advantage. I don't have it figured out. I'm trying to figure it out. I don't have the resources yet to really accomplish this, but I know what I want to do in my head. So in the next year or two, we just hired a new programmer, and she has virtual reality experience. She has programming digitally. She's an artist for NFTs and things like that. So I'm starting to build my kind of, my talent pool for things that I can't do, and I think can be really exciting and fun, and try to figure this thing out and try to be one of the first, right? I think this is kind of like it's the wild, wild west. And, we're setting up new towns and new cities all the time, and it's brand new, right? And that's kind of exciting for me too, to really put a mark on something that I think is exciting and hopefully can evolve into something extremely profitable, but more importantly, useful for everybody, and to kind of, at least someone here listening, hopefully can maybe start something, or this plants that fire in you guys. So again, hopefully this was helpful for you. This is it. This is my fourth recording. I'm definitely not doing a fifth. I think I got what I needed, and I'll talk to you guys next week.